This is Muskrat, the story of Elon Musk's life. The title is called Muskrat because that was his childhood nickname. Did you know that Elon Musk was bullied when he was little because of his height? Or even that he sold a computer game to a computer magazine for $500? Later, he grew to be 6 foot 2 inches, which is probably taller than all those bullies that were trying to stop him. If he would have let those bullies stop him, who knows what we would have today? We wouldn't have electric cars or the first private business company to send a spaceship into Earth's orbit. Elon Musk's childhood. Elon Musk was born June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. He had a sister named Tosca and a brother named Kimball. His father, Errol, was an engineer, and his mother, May, was a dietitian and model. To make money when he was 8, he sold candy to rich people for very high prices. And when he was younger, he was bullied because of his height, and one bullying affair, he almost got killed, but luckily he only came away with a broken nose. And he sold a computer game to a computer magazine called Blastar for $500. And this back picture, this is where he grew up in Pretoria, South Africa. Colleges. So in South Africa at the time Elon was there, once you hit 18 years old, you had to go to mandatory military in South Africa. So Elon did not want to do that, so he moved to Canada to attend Queen's University. He stayed there until 1992. Then, after that was done, he got accepted at the University of Pennsylvania, and he earned until 1994, and he earned a Bachelor of Science in Economics and a Bachelor of Arts in Physics. In the summer of 1994, he had 2 internships, the Pinnacle Research Institute and Rocket Science Games. The owner, or the person that hired him at Rocket Science Games, used to be the main engineer at creating Apple products. Then he got accepted at Stanford University. He left just after 2 days to go start his business called XCOM, which later became PayPal. He was going to get a PhD in energy physics, but he left way too early. Problems Elon Musk faced. SpaceX and him, they had enough money for 3 launches to send the spaceship into Earth's orbit. All 3 of them failed. And whenever he moved to Canada, he could barely afford food. He had to sleep in his office, and he had to shower at the local YMCA. And this is one of his famous quotes. "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." Elon Musk. Elon Musk's accomplishments. He founded XCOM, which later became PayPal, and sold it to eBay for $1.5 billion in 2002. He founded SpaceX in 2001. SpaceX is the first private business company to send a spaceship into Earth's orbit. And he, to this day, is still the CEO and product architect of Tesla. He's been that since 2002. This picture is of him when him and his brother Kimball's right here created PayPal or XCOM. This is Elon in one of his Teslas, and this is the SpaceX, one of the SpaceX rockets trying to go into Earth's orbit. Thoughts on Elon Musk's future. Elon in the next 10 to 20 years wants to put people on Mars. He thinks that there's going to be an event in which it wipes out all of the population in the next few years. So that's why he wants to start a civilization on Mars by sending people there. And in a few years, Elon is going to launch a hyperpod. This hyperpod goes 700 miles per hour, and it launches every 2 minutes. And you can go from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 30 minutes, which is normally a 6-hour drive. This is what the hyperpod's gonna look like here in this thing from what's the Polar Express. It looks like a Polar Express pod thingy where they sit in the seats, and then it launches you 700 miles per hour. It fits 3 and it launches every 2 minutes. Conclusion. In this PowerPoint, you learn about Elon Musk and his importance to the world. I think Elon Musk has a positive impact. I think this because he's making hundreds of thousands of ventilators for the coronavirus pandemic. This is one of the ventilators. It helps you with breathing since the coronavirus is like dealing with respiratory issues, which is breathing basically. So he's making a bunch of these to help people. And he is still to this day the CEO and product architect of Tesla, and they make electric cars so that they don't release exhaust to the air. And he wants to make a civilization on Mars. Sites I used the Elon Musk biography book, which is right here, and Elon Musk Tech Icons, another book. And then I also used Google. That's all, folks. Hope you enjoyed my presentation.